My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of the 1976 movie Carrie. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But I know this movie is a classic. I know people love this movie. But when I first watched it a decade ago, I was completely underwhelmed by it. I thought it was incredibly overrated. But I just rewatched it for the first time and the last time because my thoughts have not changed whatsoever. So let's begin talking about the cast. And Sissy Spacek does give a great performance. She does everything she needed to, and I was really impressed with her work here. Piper Laurie as the mom. This might be a hot take. I do not think she was good. I thought this performance was lacking and it felt really over the top and not in an effective way. Betty Buckley as the one teacher I thought did a very good job. Amy Irving I thought did perfectly fine. William Cat, I thought, did a great job. He's actually very convincing in everything he's doing. And Nancy Allen from Robocop, I thought, did a fine job as kind of the bitch. And John, she really is. She's a terrible person. And John Travolta did a perfectly fine job. So the cast, for the most part, is actually not the issue here. And I do like the story being told about this girl who has an overbearing religious mother and she gets bullied at school and she has telekinetic powers and she finally gets to have the best day of her life only for it to get ruined and she snaps. That is a great plot. I just think the execution is completely lacking. First of all, the movie doesn't really explore her telekinetic powers at all. It just kind of happens with her period, and she doesn't really use them for so much of the movie. Like, she doesn't have to learn how to control them. It just kind of happens, which, fine, but I would have liked to see them on display just a little bit more. And I do like the prom scene. You know, like, she's finally having a great day. And it's actually very sweet and very well done. And you understand her rage when she snaps. My issue with this movie is that it is so much build up. Like, I think it's an hour and 13 minutes before she snaps. And I'm okay with that. But then when she snaps, I'm just like, really? That's the payoff? It lasts for like 10 minutes and it's just as unremarkable as it gets. And this movie came out in 1976, and it's one of those movies that feels like it in the worst way possible. It has not aged well. She closes the doors, and then the water hose rises up, and a few people get electrocuted, and that's it. Sorry, say what you will, it's completely underwhelming. It is not worth all that build up. And then she goes home and everything with her mother happens, but it just feels like the movie goes on and on at an eventual point, and I was just completely bored by the end. And like the movie uses split screens so often in that finale, and I thought it took away completely from the moment. Like, I enjoy cheesy movies, but it did not fit this scene whatsoever. And even in the build up, they spend so much time on the villains, like, I don't need to see them actually get the pig blood. I don't need to see them in the vehicle with their activities. I'd rather spend more time with Carrie, and it just felt so messy. And like, I like it when a movie is precise, when it knows what to focus on, and this movie just doesn't, and it's just ineffective. At the end of the movie, I should be like, oh my goodness, like, she snapped, she has gone too far, and I'm horrified, but it's kind of dissolved. But but by the end of the movie, I just felt bored, and I was just like, really? That's it? Like, it could have been a great movie about how evil can happen. In some ways, I think, say what you will, I think a recent movie like Halloween Ends does this kind of story much better. So, yeah, I love the ideas. Sissy Spacek and some of the other performances are great, but I just feel like the execution of this movie is lacking, and it's just not effective. So, and it just hasn't aged well. Like, if you loved this movie in 1976, okay, maybe, but by today's standards, not so much. So I'm giving Carrie a 4 out of 10. What can I say? It's a bloody bad movie. But anyways, Carrie, have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.